about something though. So Justin talked about something. He was talking about his buy box. That's what you call it, right?
My buy box, yeah.
Buy box.
Absolutely.
I want you to explain your buy box. Yeah, hold on. Do y'all have buy boxes?
What the fuck is
I
a
just
buy
don't
box?
call it a buy
You're
box.
right. Okay. All right. All right. Go ahead, Justin. Go ahead.
Well, so my buy box is the thing that I put all my deals into and decide whether it fits in my parameters. So said differently, I isolate what it is that I'm looking for, and I draw a box around it. So it's my buying criteria. It's what I'm looking to realize from the property that I'm buying, and then I draw a box around it. And that's my non-negotiable, and it makes it a lot easier to analyze deals, because I feel that sometimes you analyze something and it's maybe a little gray in some areas, but I like black and white. Mm-hmm. And so if it fits in my buy box, I'll either figure out how I can buy it or not if I can't. But if it doesn't fit in my buy box, I'm done. Peace out. Thanks for coming. So it's basically my criteria with hard lines around it that I'm not willing to cross.
I feel like I have a buy box. It's not physical on paper.
Mine's just called
But
formula.
shit, yeah. If I get there's that. So that's the second part. So the first part is, for me, I get an address. So because typically I'm buying in the area, so I get an address, and if I leave and go to that address, that means that I'm interested. And then, okay, now I'm interested. Now, does it fit into our criteria?
So I don't have a location or an address, because my buy box gives me a much broader criteria.
And I'm glad you said that. Go ahead.
Because I can now look at anywhere in the country, but part of my non-negotiables is I have to have a team in place wherever I go and invest, right? So we've got holdings in Illinois and now in Michigan, and we're assembling our team in Michigan. The Illinois team is in place. It's contractors, property managers, realtors, everything that we need. It's all good. We're building that now in Michigan. But if I find something that fits my buy box in another place, and I'm going to go and build that team somewhere else. I'm going to go find the right property manager, the right construction crew, the right partners that can help me to action that deal. So I don't want to put I don't really like investing where I live, because I don't want to have to get a phone call one night and go and drive out and see what's going on. Like, I really love being as hands off as possible. And when I look at my buy box can apply to any one of the 50 states. Or anywhere for that matter.
I think we're trying to expand into that. Like, I know we're looking at, starting in Georgia now. I'm interested in Illinois, so glad we're having this conversation. And you answered my first 3 questions.
Well, so I mean, I don't think that I have a formula. I'm not from Detroit.
So what's your formula?
65% of ARV, all in. Mm-hmm. That's it. If it's not gonna fit in there, or if I gotta like scrunch it, if I gotta cheap out on the rehab or anything to get it, then it's a no.
See, mine goes way deeper than that.
Then,
but are you doing? You talk about flip,
that's flip,
but then for your cash flow properties,
1%, and then I just got this from Kelly, and it was already my thought process though. 1% return on your investment, 1% on the rent, in the suburbs, 2% in and I don't want to say in the city of Detroit, because it's not just the city of Detroit. It would be that way in Flint and
high-risk cities.
Yeah.
But
go ahead. You said yours is deeper than that. Go ahead.
Well, so because I'm not flipping. Mm-hmm. So I'm bearing.
Oh, okay.
So
right.
I'm flipping to myself. So my buy box is covering both of those. But I'm looking for single family or small multifamily up to 4plex. And then on the commercial side, I'm looking for multi-tenant property or anchor tenant property. Not looking for anything outside of that, or large-scale multifamily. I'm a 60%, not 65. We talked about that in the last episode. I thought that was such a long time ago, the last episode. So I talked about that in the last episode. I'm a 60%. I like to be all in purchase and rehab costs, 60% of the ARV, because then that gives me a hedge against all manner of other bits and pieces. And then my cash flow, I'm not looking at percentage, but I'm actually looking for a positive cash flow of $150 a door.
Wow. I'm scared of that.
But that's a positive. But here's the thing: that's a positive net cash flow. And I also analyze my rentals on 10 months, not 12 months.
I use 70%.
Yeah, 70%. I use 70% too.
Man, I'm
So
scared of that,
are you
though.
are
Why
you
are you scared
saying
of that?
150 regardless of purchase price? Because I have a cutoff. So like if I'm doing some of the lower end properties to 50 and 60s, then probably about 200 net for me. But on the higher end, the more money I spend, I want more cash flow out
I
of
want
it.
$150 net positive cash flow
Right.
when all is said and done, regardless, because all the other
Okay.
metrics, all the other performance metrics on the property
Right.
will make up for the differentials.
Okay.
Because if you've got a higher end property, you're going to make more in the appreciation,
Yeah,
you're going to make more
exactly.
in the capital improvement, you're going to make more in the tax benefits, you're going to make more in all of it.
Right.
My goal in all of this, and I've said this now in the last couple of episodes that you've been gracious enough to have me on, is to create a pension for myself. So what